Welcome back.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 218 of the SplashCast Monday Night Raw. I'm your co-host, Reggie.
I am your co-host, Norwood. Our powers combined. We are your HBCU homeboys. We are blessed. We are highly favored. And we sipping.
We are here. Y'all know what it is, ladies and gentlemen, every Monday or Tuesday, depending on what's going on. We come here and we live stream. If you are here with us live, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We just finished up the mic check. If you are listening to the playback, please go back and listen to the mic check. We did our in-depth breakdown about the Hawks. We also had our basketball segment where we talked about all-star reserves announced, as well as who was snubbed and whatnot. And then we also had a very good conversation about stupid cops in the HBCU world and setting. With
Sneaky,
that
what
being,
up?
with that being said, what up? With that being said, we are here. We are back. We're gonna start with some college football. Of course, the portal is portaling. Darian Mensah goes from Duke to Miami, whatever. But the main thing that we're gonna talk about is Florida State is still down bad. Gus Malzahn has announced his retirement. He is retiring after 35 years in football, rising from to basically starting from a grad assistant, going all the way up the ranks into yeah, you're right, Sneaky. He did just get there, going all the way up the ranks, which started out with offensive coordinator at Auburn when they won the national championship. And then he also then took over at Auburn and made the national championship again. Ended up getting beat by Jameis, and then left. And I think he went to Central Florida, South Alabama, then Central Florida. Had a bunch of different stops.
Give it up,
He is
brother.
one of the
Give it up.
he is one of the guys that introduced kind of what you see in modern football, modern college football with the read option. And Cam Newton definitely made that famous. I'm sure they may have done it before in other places, but his offense with the read option and bringing in kind of the fun aspect, the run and gun aspect of high school football, is what kind of revolutionized the modern college and started the modern college football. That's basically what everybody runs now in some form or fashion. So shout out to Malzahn,
Job,
offensive
job
innovator.
well done, I guess. It's solid career for sure. You did what you wanted to. Coached it. Some pretty excellent programs. And got it. Like, I appreciate when people get out and like this, like I've done well. I'm rich.
Now, for me, I don't know if that's a reflection on him. I don't know if he really wanted to retire or he thought he about retiring. I know he probably came to that conclusion similar to like Nick Saban did, where he was just like, you know what, this ain't for me. But I think Florida State is in a terrible situation football wise. I think Mike Norvell's days are running out. And I think this is just the first of many dominoes at Florida State. And they're going to have to delete that program and figure out how to restart it. They're going to have to, at least this regime, not the program. They have to figure out how to restart this regime because this is not working, man. It's not working.
I think that for the majority of people who are older football coaches, I'm not here to start over. I'm not here to learn how to coddle and text you guys and, hey, you feeling good today? Did you do good on? I'm not asking a 10th grader how well he did on his chemistry test. I just don't feel like it.
Yeah, I need you to visit my school.
No. I don't need to know the powerhouse of a cell. I don't want to hear about ribosomes. I don't want to hear about any of that mitochondria for y'all who didn't pay attention to high school. It's not doing that. I leave that to the young people. And I completely understand that. And I think that for Gus, it's like, you're right. This is probably in a tailspin. And this ain't for my generation. So I'm gonna let myself on out of here. It's no reason for me to stick around here and be miserable with children who are old enough to be my grandchildren / great grandchildren, maybe.
35 years is a long time, man. That's 1991. 1991.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I was born in 86.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
And until they get, and you're right. Until they get a handle on this whole situation of how they want college football to look, they're gonna have to. You're not gonna see a lot of older coaches stick around. It's no.
It's a legitimate changing of the guard. That's the reason I said with the whole Florida situation and getting Coach Summerall, there are no elder statesmen who are going. They're gone. Kirby is the elder statesman.
At 10 years, that's great.
Right. You fundamentally changed so much
in a short period of time.
You got similar thing going on with basketball. I don't think that Tibbs is going to get a bunch of calls going forward. I think that once you kind of pass an era, I think that era kind of just says, no, I don't really want to do this. And it's just, I don't think that the programs want these guys who are 2 decades behind, who are not internet savvy, who are not tech savvy. No, you have to, especially now.
Dabo, you have to change. Dabo said, you know what? Let me introduce myself to the portal. I'm Dabo Smith.
Because he's still young enough, I think, that, but didn't they go to college around the same time? Don't get me the line, but I think so.
No, Dabo went to college, I think he might have been, I thought it was the 80s, but it might be. I thought Dabo's in his 50s, late 50s. You could be right, though. Because he was relatively young when he got the job.
56.
Yeah.
So
38 years ago was 1989, 88.
He ain't like our parents' age.
Kirby's right behind him. Kirby's right behind him.
Yeah, he ain't our parents' age. He's like a little bit older than my oldest brother. Yeah, so they computer-ish. I need somebody to come in here and print the PDF for me. But outside of that, I can mostly get it done. And I think that they probably also have forced him into, hey, you want this job, open up that work day and read in there what you got to do and figure out how to do it. And we'll send you a PDF so you can follow it, but you better figure out how to do it. But I think that that's just what's going to happen. The same thing with Pop. And I forgot the new guy who's going to coach for the All-Star team now in basketball and football. The information age has taken over. You have to be way nicer. People from yesteryear is not about that. They want, show me the baby. I'm not here to coddle you. And now you have to hold these kids' hands the entire time. And even our era, we ain't really built like that. We don't
get out the mud. You don't get paid. Like,
shut up. Shut up. Hey, do me a favor and just shut up.
Yeah. All this, I don't want that type of face mask. But listen, you got to earn the face mask. We used to get the face mask with the bar in 9th grade. It didn't matter what position you played.
Right. You be looking at the little Giants, bro. This helmet way too big. Well, be good.
Don't get hit.
The people are good. Get the cool helmets. You get that Rydell with the tree. Oh, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Them old helmets didn't have a little sponge. The helmet I had didn't have the sponge in the back. That used to hurt. When you get hit, there ain't nothing to stop right here.
That's the difference between Westlake and Lakeside. We was going to at least have full functioning helmets. But now they got the helmets with the air conditioning in the inside. Boy, we've come a long way really fast.
Yeah, but to bring it back, man, shout out to Gus Malzahn. Great. Really good career. I won't say great. Really good career. National champion. Hey, actually, you had a really good 5-year run. That's a lot.
Right.
Between at Auburn, you went from OC national champion to head coach and went back to the national championship with nobody on the team.
Right.
I don't think anybody on. I think Cam and Fairley were the only 2 players on both teams to have pro football careers. That's crazy. So shout out to you, man.
That boy,
all right.
The slide, Gus.
I had to think about it. Now we going Falcons. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this. We probably gonna go media list for the rest of the show because for whatever reason it ain't jiving with us. Good thing is we ain't doing nothing but talking about people getting fired and talking about what we're gonna talk about next, which is the Atlanta Falcons. Excuse me, Lord.
Atlanta is getting the Super Bowl to host the Super Bowl in 2028. It seems like the Super Bowl is now in a rotation of like 5.
It's always been the same rotation. Always
Atlanta,
same rotation.
LA, San Francisco,
Miami, New Orleans.
Then they throw something else in. I think they may
New Orleans.
They had Minnesota
Phoenix.
1 year, New York
Phoenix.
1 year.
No. All of those. So there's a rotation and then there's the one-offs. It's the places that are going to be nice in January because you have to remember Super Bowl is football, but it's really a corporate event. Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona, all of that is going to be cool. Houston, always going to be cool. Miami, and probably Tampa. Atlanta, San Francisco,
LA.
Yep. Everybody else,
new stadiums too.
Get it how you live. That will be how you will process who the one-offs will be. Who got the newest stadium? You probably throw Vegas in there. They gonna get one.
Vegas in there. Vegas probably end up being in the rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. But everybody else kind of get it how you live. But those, Dallas will be there too. I'm sure. You got Jerry World. Yes, it's $1 billion
stadium.
Super
Bowl at Jerry World?
I can look.
I don't. Either way, Atlanta. The better we get with ice, the better we get with the infrastructure for ice, we can. And I'm talking about the precipitation.
Y'all stay away from ice because it is cold. Take that however you will.
We'll continue to host. So Arthur Blank is always going to end up getting the Super Bowl too. But with that being said, I'm going to try.
Dallas is due. They had no Super Bowl since 2011. More than due.
I don't know. There's a lot of jokes there. The only way you're going to get to a Super Bowl is you host it. That's the only way. That may be why Jerry
I don't like that because as a person who likes facilities, Jerry World is a hell of a place to go. I can't. I guess since the DFW is such a big city, like landmass wise, it's difficult to kind of manage because I think that's one of the largest landmass metropolises of all of them because it covers so much area. I could understand how logistically that could be tough just because it's so large of a city to kind of host things in. But outside of that, I have no real issue. But Atlanta, let me tell y'all knocking it out of the park. And for the cities who are uncertain on whether or not you should build a stadium, you should build a stadium because you're going to get March Madness 2027 coming up. Or is it 2026? World Cup? Atlanta's on that list. Yeah, Atlanta's on that list. These are the type of things that you get. You get in a cycle if you have a new stadium. If you don't, they're going to skip you over every time. And I think that's the reason that you see a lot of people now who are pushing for, hey, let's get a new stadium. And I mean, even the Georgia Dome, it wasn't old, but it wasn't up to date to host what they want now. There's been a massive jump in stadium and facility amenities that have changed in the last 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, and really in the last 10 years, I mean, Jerry, him pouring that $1 billion into that stadium and then basically being proof of concept to where, okay, I spend $1 billion and I give you whatever. but then I host literally everything, and he made the money back in like half a year. And then it was like,
Absolutely.
oh, okay, well, we all do that now. And then Arthur
Between
Blank,
that and you
he
add the
resigned.
Braves in there, doing what they did with the Battery, where you can actually create your own self-sustaining business. Why not? There's no reason to say no at that point. No, I literally, this is allowing me to make my own, like I'm printing my own money now.
Yep. Other news: the Falcons have named Ian Cunningham, who is the or was the assistant GM for the Bears, as the new Atlanta Falcons general manager. He has been rumored to be one of the front runners through this entire process, as especially once we hire Matt Ryan as president of football operations, because of his ties to Ryan Poles, who he played college football with at Boston College.
Correct.
Ian Cunningham was talked up by Ryan the whole time. I'm excited, man. He's been the assistant GM with the Bears since 2022. He was very instrumental in kind of turning around that roster. Got Ryan Poles another job, and that honestly, shout out to Ryan Poles, because that's the indication of a good leader when your teammates and your subordinates end up getting promotions to other positions. I'm excited to see how this works.
Shout out to the Bears, because that was one of the questions that we asked to start out this season. They paid Ryan Poles before the season was, hey, did you make the right decision in paying this guy before having him prove to you proof of concept? And I think they knocked it out of the park. I think that he's knocked it out of the park. And of course, this is presenting an opportunity for Ian Cunningham. Now, a little bit beyond that is I've been thinking about this. And there are parts of Arthur Blank that we love. There are parts of Arthur Blank that we don't love. I think that's fair from both of us. I do have to give him credit where credit is due. He does allow Black people to be in charge.
Arthur Blank knows his surroundings. As a real Atlanta thing
I tried to give Arthur Blank a credit for being an ally. Reggie said, "You know what city we in, right?"
He is an ally to some extent, but also you know where you at. Like,
oh no, I ain't gonna say that, because the Panthers, Charlotte, Black as hell. Jacksonville, Duval, Black as hell. Houston, Black as hell. And this is a cleanup, what they just have done recently, but historically, you remember they're the guy. The McNair family is the guy who was like, oh, we can't let the inmates run the prison.
Yeah, but those are three different. None of them. Well, Houston is as big as Atlanta, but none of them are Atlanta. One. And if you want to talk about being a Black as hell city, it's not just population. Atlanta has had Black administration in place since the 70s, since Maynard Jackson. That we have never not had a Black. We haven't had a non-Black mayor since Maynard Jackson. So there's no way that you are going to allow. And I don't want to politicize.
He could definitely now. I mean,
he could. But again, he know where he at. And two, you're right. I will give him credit. He is hiring what he thinks is the best candidate for the job, despite color. And
that's been a Black person a lot.
Right. And at the same time, I mean, you had a white dude too. He failed. Thomas Demetriou failed. Failed. You shall not be named.
Thank you, Voldemort. Fuck that.
But
Trigger almost said the wrong word on here.
Yeah, I know. I try, but with the Bears, what's fun, not funny. What's unfortunate for the Bears, is because we hired Matt Ryan as the president of football ops, which is what you're starting to see most organizations do. They will not get any compensatory picks. Normally, when somebody is hired from your team, your executive branch, to be the leader of football operations at another job, you get 2 compensatory picks. But now they've stripped that title away from the GM and given that to Matt Ryan, or in other cases, anybody. They call him president of football operations. So now the Bears don't get anything. They lost them. But that's kind of comes with it, though. You weren't gonna be able to keep him anyway. If he didn't get a job this time, he wasn't gonna be there next year after next year for sure. So
yeah, that's tough. It's tough. That sucks.
That was really good. I'm happy for Cunningham. I'm interested to see what he does with the roster.
Somebody need to hire Terry Fontenot, though. Now that is one person I will probably spend the rest of my life advocating for, because if Ian Cunningham, let me tell you, he put new tires on this car, he revamped the engine, he's clean. It needs a little work. Now you gotta get rid of Kirk. That's really the only thing you gotta do. You gotta get rid of Kirk, and you gotta figure out the quarterback situation. But outside of that, and he gave you one to start with, and giving you one to start with is like the best mulligan in the world, because if you get into Penix year, God forbid next year, and it still ain't working, he was never my guy in the first place. Cut bait. You get another chance.
I'm interested to see what he does, what they do, based on what we had the conversations about Stefanski last week. How Stefanski said, "I just give the recommendations and let the GM do his job." It's essentially what he said. I'm interested to see how this collaboration technique is going to work. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Kyle Pitts, which I'm assuming you're going to let him walk, but you don't never know. What you got
Isaiah Likely, you mean?
There's a lot of fan favorites.
You mean Kenneth Gainwell?
Huh?
No. When you're saying these people, I am retorting with reasonable replacement. So yes, Kyle Pitts, Isaiah Likely. There's actually a number of running backs that we could take. I would like to keep Algier, and I think that I wouldn't mind paying him $4 million. He ain't gonna get more than that.
I think he may. Well, I don't know, because it's a strong running back class. But if we don't get a chance to keep him, which is going to be interesting, because Stefanski, again, my whole point is they're going to have to figure this out, because Stefanski did like to use 2 running backs. And I think Algier, who was a 1,000-yard rusher as a rookie, has the ability to be a starting running back. But I think with other pieces that we have to sign, I don't know if we're going to be able to prioritize him. And there's a lot of running backs that are either free agents or coming out, like Zach Moss from Texas A&M, who could be part-time players that run tough and are short yardage back.
Just to give y'all a short list of what's available: Kenneth Walker, Breece Hall, Travis Etienne Jr., Rico Dowdell, Javonte Williams, Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins, Rashad White, Kenneth Gainwell, Brian Robinson, Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Raheem Mostert, Nick Chubb, Miles Sanders, Austin Eckler.
Ooh, forgot about Austin Eckler because he was hurt.
And that's not any of the guys
and that's
who are
not
in the draft
at all. So yeah, I mean, you're right. So he could come back. He could come back. May behoove him to come back, really. But again, for Ian Cunningham,
you're picking up what I'm putting down, brother.
Ian Cunningham, I'm interested to see how this is all going to work and how this all works together.
The devil
for us, there were some other staff hirings. We basically filled out the rest of our staff. Our passing game coordinator is Tanner Eggstrand. Quarterbacks coach is Alex Van Pelt. Wide receivers coach is Robert Prince. Basically, he brought the gang back together. Alex Van Pelt worked with him before, and of course you have Tommy Rees as head coach. As offensive coordinator. These hirings are interesting to me. All of them have called plays before, so that means all of them will probably have a direct input to the game plan. Now, who calls plays? We don't fucking know. Kevin Stefanski done gave up play calling every year he been a coach. He started, gave it up, took it back, said it ain't good enough, whatever. Now we got 5 play callers.
I'm gonna tell y'all how Mike tell me when we talking about the Knicks. And that's y'all problem to figure out. I don't care if one person called plays. I don't care if y'all handed the headset around and each person called one play. You better call the right ones. That's what I fucking know. Whoever it is, better call the right ones. And let me tell you, Kevin, and let me tell you, Tommy, you are responsible. If the plays ain't right, I don't care. If the offensive coordinator need to be on the sideline, his ass needs to start the season on the sideline.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely for sure.
Do not get to game 4 and be like, I had the great epiphany that the offensive coordinator needs to come from the booth down to the sideline. We
get beat 30-0.
Right. We are here. Hey, put your best foot forward. And if you're one-legged, hop in a line.
Yeah, 100%.
I ain't playing with you.
I'm probably most excited about Robert Prince, the wide receivers coach. He worked with Calvin Johnson with the Lions. He's worked with a lot of big body receivers, i.e., we have Drake London. So I expect him to do very well. And of course, we already talked about Callahan and everybody. So that was basically our filling out the offensive coaches. And it's funny to me that we basically, Kevin Stefanski, without saying a word, has basically told y'all that the Browns was the reason that everything went down, not me.
This is what I will say about the wide receivers coach. I have to do my due diligence. I have not done enough research. Y'all know it's basketball time. We right here to trade deadline. He has a laundry list of elite receivers that he has coached.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know if he was coaching or developing. I want to see at the point where you got them and where they went, because the list is good. But if you coaching Calvin Johnson,
but you got to teach me.
You mean I'm supposed to look like this Transformer? They call me Megatron for a reason. What I gotta see it, and I'm gonna go back because the list, I'm gonna tell you, list is impressive. As a person who likes the position of wide receiver and really cares about it, that list, you might be the GOAT.
Finished coaching Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Okay, well, but see, that's the thing. You was coaching Tyreek-ish. Tyreek was who he was when he got there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You're right. I mean, that's a good point. I don't know. But I mean, if y'all we
don't
just
worry
said
about it. The SplashCast, I will come back and tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, is it legit or is it bullshit? And if it's bullshit, that's what it's gonna be. And if it's legit, and this is the thing, Drake is already a top 10 wide receiver as far as I'm considered. It's what can you do to everybody else around him, and then whatever we get in the draft. But don't lift the world beater. He already beaten the world.
Top 10 in multiple categories as a coach. I ain't gonna hype myself up. Again, we even keel. I don't have no emotion. Moving on.
Well, time out. Why does that have to be the Atlanta fans' like motto and creed? Is I'm not gonna let myself get too emotionally involved.
Jaded. Cue to Drake. Cue it up. Jaded. Marvin.
Bro, no matter what team we got, we be like, even with the Braves, man, we're gonna see how this season play out, and then we'll take it from there.
Bruh, the Braves, soon as this, whatever. Dog, we just signed a dude from Japan.
Come on. You want to stress an old black man out? You ask him about the Braves.
We just signed Ha-Sung Kim. We just signed him, and he out for 5 months.
Sneaky. Ain't respectfully nothing. Drake London's a top 10 receiver.
You can't name 10 receivers better than Drake London.
Definitely not.
No, you can't. But yeah, Braves, whatever. Back to the Falcons. Michael Penix, I see you have here Michael Penix back in April. That was actually a misprint by the Falcons beat writer. He actually said, no, I plan on being back by the beginning of the season, not in April. April will be 5 months from ACL.
I was wondering, but he said it, and he said that that it was said. Then respectfully, it was said. But players fuck up, and I thought that maybe you're the Jason Tatum.
No, not at all.
Oh, that was disrespectful.
Not at all. Before we move on, I think we told y'all Zach Robinson is now the OC in Tampa. I would love to see Baker Mayfield in the pistol. I would love to see that just to see if it was us or him. If it fails,
I will tell you, I watched that little press conference, and Zach Robinson did not say no to getting back in the pistol. And I think if he see another pistol, he should find it and shoot himself with it.
He gonna do it. Woo, he gonna do it. And Baker ain't never ran the pistol ever.
That's the reason. As soon as you see it, it's Zach Robinson, and that will confirm everything that I've ever believed. And I think that is an excellent transition to the fact that Raheem Morris has been hired as a defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations.
I don't have any ill will against Raheem. I wish he had done things differently. I think that he probably wishes that he had done things differently. I will say that there is not a better job in the NFL for getting the stench off of you than coaching for the San Francisco 49ers, specifically that DC position, as Robert Saleh is now the head coach for the Tennessee Titans. He will have the full complement of players defensively next year, and the 49ers with Shanahan find a way to be uber successful until they just don't anymore every year. So I think that he should probably hang around there. I'm not sure if Raheem is a head coach. I don't think so. I think that he could be a very good defensive coordinator for a really long time, though.
Yeah, I'm happy the defensive coordinator is probably where he needs to be. I don't know if he has the leadership skills to be a head coach.
He's the Will Muschamp of the NFL for me.
Or at least he needs to learn and develop his leadership skills.
Too much skinning and grinning.
Yeah, too much. You ain't doing nothing. You can't be a CEO. Like I said, can't be a CEO coach. Other things. Where are we gonna go from here? I got a bunch of stuff on here.
Rams have extended Sean McVay, and Les Snead and Sean McVay have been extended, of course. They're a hell of a tandem, aka fuck them picks. They found a way to continue to win every year.
Then got more picks after they said fuck them picks, as they have 2 first-rounders this year.
Yes. I will say that their next interesting thing for me is the transition with Matt Stafford. We've seen teams in the past who have not been prepared to replace their quarterback and stay in purgatory. I'm specifically talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have not seen the Rams do a lot as far as backup quarterback. Every year it seems to be Brokeback Stafford, and that is cool because he probably going to win the MVP this year. But without a plan afterwards, I don't know what you're going to do or how you're going to do it.
I mean, if you knew Stafford was going to retire, the obvious answer would be Kirk Cousins. But
that's the equivalent of Aaron Rodgers. You just kicking the can, But no solution.
Well, no, because Kirk probably has 2 years left if you get him this year. And
Kirk could have 2 years left. Kirk could also have no years left.
Either way. But if Kirk is healthy, he probably gets you 1 or 2 years, which gets you to the next draft. Not this draft. It gets you to the next draft where all them quarterbacks that decided to come back to school now are coming out. Right? So you would have all of those. So I think what they're trying to do is buy their time to 2027, which is get through this next year. If it works, it's risky. If it works, it works. If it doesn't,
the Steelers bided their time and did all of that. And what I'm saying is, after there have been multiple good quarterback drafts. Steelers ain't had a quarterback.
Multiple good quarterback drafts.
Since Roethlisberger
retired.
Yes.
He retired after Patrick Mahomes was drafted. Correct?
Yeah. Think about it like this. Think about how many teams have replaced their quarterback since Roethlisberger left. That's damn near half the NFL.
Have replaced their quarterback?
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger retired in 2021.
2021. So that's 5 years.
Yes. In that time, Josh Allen?
920. Josh Allen is past 5 years. Josh Allen was drafted like 2019.
Okay, fair. Now, Burrow's 5 years?
2019. 2020.
Trevor Lawrence?
2021.
CJ Stroud?
That was 2023. They had already drafted Kenny. They were in the fell clutch of the Kenny Pickett's. Kenny Pickett was the best.
The Bears?
Caleb Wilson was last year.
Right. But what I'm saying is, in this time, the Steelers still don't have a quarterback.
Right. They went for Aaron Rodgers. Cool. I understand that. But
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I mean they
Jaden Daniels. Jordan Love.
No, Jordan Love was before 2021, I believe.
No.
Might have been 2021. Because he's on his second contract.
Jordan Love was drafted in the 2020 draft. Fair enough.
Yeah. All them dudes that's like good now are on their second contract. You talking about people on their first contract, essentially, is who you would pick. They pick Pickett over the likes of Bailey Zapp and Desmond Ridder.
I think the Steelers have had an opportune time.
Well, the Steelers messed up is not the draft. It's they should have gotten Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger should have retired sooner. They should have.
That's the other part and that's kind of like Matt Stafford to a lesser degree because he's getting you so close. But let's be real. Every year, I mean, the man did not have a camp at all.
Yeah, but they also made the NFC Championship game,
but you have to understand. Like, you're right. He played well enough.
Because of him, they lost because of McVay. Ben Roethlisberger was ass. MVP.
I agree with that, but you also have to know the man. If he's not going to have any camp, then we need another quarterback because the man.
I agree, but what quarterback you gonna get? You want to draft Kenny Pickett? Because everybody else going back to school.
Who isn't? I mean, you need a.
In 23, they passed on Will Levis and Hendon Hooker. Like what we doing? CJ Stroud was the number 2 pick. Like, he ain't gonna trade up.
Oh, Bryce, CJ Bryce,
the number 1 pick.
Oh, you're right. You also have to be bad enough. That is the conundrum about quarterback specifically. Is it's very difficult to find. Like, they're outside of Dak Prescott, there ain't the most third round quarterbacks available. So you're right. You're right. You're right. You got to be bad to get one.
They stuck. They gonna have to be terrible this year. They trying to make it to 2027. Yeah, 2027.
It's a valid point. Hey, that's the reason you have a podcast. You talk these things through, and you figure out. You know what? I don't know everything.
Mike Tomlin was winning. MacGyver went out there winning with paper clips and gum, creating a bomb.
Mike Tomlin said, "Boy, I'm done. I'm done with y'all."
What's other stuff? Davis Webb promoted to. So let's talk about the Broncos real quick. Broncos, Sean Payton fired his offensive coordinator after they lost the AFC Championship game with Jarrett Stidham as the quarterback because your quarterback broke his ankle and Jarrett Stidham hasn't played in 2 years. And you fired your offensive coordinator after you, Mr. Play Caller Sean Payton, made a lot of erroneous decisions. It wasn't really Joe Lombardi's fault.
I think he was just sick of Joe Lombardi. I think I said that last week. I don't think that this firing had anything to do with this game. And I think now it even makes more sense that he's probably like, I'm ready for you to go. And I know who I want to replace you. It's that guy.
Who was the quarterback's coach or something like
correct.
that? Davis Webb?
Correct.
Cool. You know, fine. If that's what you think, Sean Payton. That seems like instability and trust to me. And then before doing that, he exposes Bo Nix's medical records.
I gotta see a video of that before I confirm that because
no, it's been on ESPN, bro. I'm not confirming that. That's been on ESPN. Bo Nix made a response and said, "Hey, he really should not be talking about that. He doesn't really know what he's talking about."
If he said that, Bo Nix, you need to take him out back and slap him because that's like I think that's a HIPAA violation. That's just a human violation in general,
Rattler,
bro.
George Travis, Joe Milton, Jesus, yeah, Pittsburgh stuff.
I believe in Spencer Rattler and Jalen Milroe. What happened to him?
Seattle. He about to win the Super Bowl.
He's on fire.
But yeah, Sean Payton.
Hold on. I want to be clear. Bo Nix did not appreciate Sean Payton revealing his medical information. Sean Payton, you a hoe. I ain't got no answer for that.
Y'all know how I feel. Fuck Sean Payton. No bleeping out nothing.
And why would you do that to you? Got a guy who's doing. Bo Nix is doing everything that you ask him. He is the best soldier in this. And like, he's making you look like the evil genius that you really believe that you are. And the only thing you got to do is just
shut the fuck up. That's right. All you got to do is just shut the season over with. All you got to do is just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You decided to say all of this, Sean Payton, because your ego is the reason that you cannot flourish past that one Katrina Bowl. That's the only reason. You suck.
I ain't got no answer for
You're
that.
Terrible.
That's the like. I don't even understand why you would sabotage the guy who's looks to be listening and doing everything that you ask of him.
Everything. And he's your guy. You picked him over other quarterbacks and said, no, Bo Nix is my guy. And then you talk about his medical records. How do you not know that that's a violation? That's HIPAA. You can get sued, bro.
They ain't gonna take one practice when he ain't looking. I see you too, brother.
The Ravens hire former Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Reaver as their defensive coordinator now. That was a pretty good hire. I think they have Mentor, who is their head coach, new head coach.
Mentor's a defensive coach too, huh?
Yep. This is Ravens mentality. Defensive guy.
bro, like, don't make this so easy. Like, I want to be clear. I love podcasting. This is my therapy. It's one of my favorite things to do. I learn about and more than anything, I learn about myself. I've gotten way more okay with being wrong about things than ever before. I try to tell other people I be wrong all the time. I do. You have a ton of opinions, you are surely to be wrong a ton of the time. With that being said, though, I hate when y'all just make it easy for me and just say, oh no, Chris, all we want to do is prove you to be right. And y'all are doing a pretty good job of it.
Baltimore.
I'll be crystal clear, Baltimore. You take a defensive coach, and then you hire an excellent defensive coordinator. What are y'all gonna do about the passing game? Y'all
Who's the
signed,
offensive coordinator? Or do they not have one yet?
I don't know, man.
Who? Declan Doyle?
Declan Doyle.
29. He is a fast rising coach and offensive strategist who helped the Chicago Bears offense reach new heights. While head coach Ben Johnson called the plays, Doyle was his offensive coordinator and instrumental in developing the unit's scheme and game plans. It's a promotion for Doyle as he would assume play calling duties. Baltimore, I hope this works out for you.
I don't.
But let me tell you, somebody who just got off a coordinator who was up under a kingmaker, and we assume that Ben Johnson is on his way to kingmaker status, who calls the plays. We just got off Zach Robinson, who was under Sean McVay, who is the Norwood appointed kingmaker.
Wait, stop. You don't think that he's a kingmaker? Say yes or no.
Yes, but you coined the phrase.
Oh, there's a difference between appointed and coined the phrase.
Norwood coined phrase kingmaker. So,
because we all assume him to be a kingmaker here. I just don't want to be left out by myself on that.
So, with that being said, hey, made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, with the kingmaker, we had Zach Robinson, who was the offensive coordinator, or was the whatever he was over there, and then he came over and started calling plays, and we saw that he was ass at calling plays. It's a risk getting an offensive coordinator that comes up under an offensive guru who has never called plays before. That's extremely, extremely risky. Baltimore does not have time to be risky. And that's crazy. He's 29. Because if he's good, then he's going to get hired fast.
He was in college in 2015.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I blame Lamar. You're not standing up for yourself and letting them to bring in the guy who's unproven. I'm not doing that. I'm an MVP quarterback every year. I can't seem to get up. They're the same age if I remember correctly now, because I remember seeing something about them saying that. Lamar Jackson.
29. Yes.
What is he coaching me for? He gonna tell me more about the quarterback position than me?
Yes.
Come on, man. And he didn't play football nowhere.
That's no. Hey man, I'm not going I hope it works out for you, Baltimore.
And really, this is what it is. His dad was the strength coach at Iowa. Yeah. Doyle is the son of former Iowa football strength and conditioning coach Chris Doyle. He is now the Jacksonville Jaguars director of sport performance.
Did he get fired for being? A little schism.
That is funny that you bring that up. Accusations of racism and bullying multiple former Iowa players.
Hold on, Baltimore.
Clip it up. Hey, Johnson, to be bad. Johnson, to be bad. I did not mean to do this. This was an accident. I was just reading. You know, that's what we do here. We read and report, and report and read.
Baltimore, Murderland, Baltimore, do. Y'all one of the blackest cities in America. Black mayor, black senator, black governor.
Hey, don't you bring your daddy. You should bring your daddy to the
position. Son of a schism. From Iowa.
And all I can think of is the Stavi. You know what? I like that Lamar Jackson kid, but I tell you who I really like is Joe Flacco. He's just got a different type of character about himself. Yeah. Lamar Jackson, great football player, but I'm gonna tell you,
John Harbaugh, who likes Trump, and y'all bring in schisms, son. Now I will say, most of the time when the parents got a little schism, the kids be like,
it's time for me to finish mine.
The kids be 180. If he was a daughter, he'd probably have,
ladies and gentlemen, Kev, what are you doing? You just gonna let this? We have come to the end of our drinks and the end of the
the schism leads into the other schism that's in the NFL with no black coaches hired. None. The schism is there. Now we got to talk about that. You got schism from Iowa and Baltimore. And for some reason, 0 black coaches were hired in a company that employs 75% black people.
I ain't got no answer. And I do have an answer. And the answer's always been the same. There are only white owners. The owners hire the people that they're most comfortable with. I mean, even though Arthur Blank is a different situation, I think before any interview, it was Harbaugh, then Stefanski. Now, I have to give him credit because he honored a friendship and a working relationship with a black man before and hired him, and that didn't work. But who, Raheem?
Yeah, that was a Terry Fontenot.
Well, then that's the reason Terry got fired. I didn't know that part, but yeah, that will do it. But it's just I think that Arthur Blank knew going into it. It's tricky because in this piece, it's not racism, but the only two guys who had the opportunity to have that job were going to be white. It was either going to be Stefanski or it's going to be Harbaugh. But I think that is also a lot of how the majority of the NFL operates is I'm making a decision on a guy. I know who I want when I replace this guy, especially Arthur Blank, who I think in his head months ago fired Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris. And I think a lot of people are doing that. Well, these are the guys who I want.
I ain't giving no bail. Fuck all of that. Y'all are crazy to not hire any black coaches, bro. None.
That is
why. And then y'all have built in the racism. So it's like we got to have the Rooney Rule, right? But the Rooney Rule, all that does is just excuse the racism. Hey, I interviewed these black dudes. Now I'm going to go ahead and hire this white man, right?
I wasted your time.
Wasted everybody's time. And then how many black offensive coordinators do you see?
Oh, none. That ain't the smart guy position. They only be black.
So you don't see any black offensive coordinators. What did we always say that coaches hire, that organizations hire when they want to have long-term coaches? Offensive coordinators.
Right.
Why do all black coaches crap out at defensive coordinator?
They'll never have
the system is built in. Yeah. The system is built in. Even when you have a black offensive coordinator, a black Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator, Byron Leftwich, We don't even know where he is. We don't even know where he couldn't even get a
Can't even find him like Waldo. And I mean Eric Bieniemy. If Eric Bieniemy was a white man with that much success, I don't care.
Somewhere.
He would have gotten fired. At minimum, he would have said, you know what, we'll give him a chance. He's feisty.
Even past that, even the black coaches that you give a chance to, how many black coaches get hired twice? I know Todd Bowles.
Raheem
wasn't a head coach hired. He was an interim. He was an interim. And then they brought in Arthur Smith. Oh, yeah. So no. It's always the same. Arthur Smith is at Arthur Smith. Lovey Smith. There you go. Lovey's one. And why do black coaches always got to get the cleanup jobs? This your place.
Oh, you know how that goes. Oh, in March 2025, Byron Leftwich was the assistant coach for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Why? Josh McDaniels went to the Raiders and was ass, and then went back to the Patriots.
That be the part. How did Zach Robinson get another job before Byron Leftwich got his first one?
That's crazy. It's overt at this point. And then when you talk about ownership, the ownership has to approve any new owners. I'm sure there's multiple black billionaires that have said they want to express wanting to own teams. You think they've been?
You gonna get a new team? They're not interested in that.
This is at this point.
You see them just rework that $1 billion rework of the TV deal? I'm not adding teams to split by money.
It's wild. Not with blacks. We ain't gonna let y'all be head coaches.
Well, I'm not splitting. First of all, these people not splitting the money with nobody. And blacks, you thought, you know who I split this money with? I'll pay a couple of these guys, but like split it, like no, I'm not doing that.
This is it's the overt disrespect is wild. The glass ceilings you thought you shattered, they just moved, right? They said, okay, well, this is now an offensive league, and we're gonna get the offensive guys. So now you're not getting. If it were a defensive league, you would have had to hire the defensive dudes because all the black dudes are defensive gurus, right? You keep reusing and recycling all these old ass white dudes as coaches. Now these old ass white dudes as coaches are also old, retired, and now you're bringing in their sons. Clint Kubiak is another Kubiak. Shanahan is second generation. We can't even get first generation black head coaches.
That's the part that I don't understand is these guys. Why do people like Cliff Kingsbury
has done jack shit
his entire life? He's never actually been like a dominant football coach at any level, anywhere, but he is consistently brought up in the conversation of, you know who the one guy who we have that consistently gets brought up in this conversation? And out of all the people, it is most ironic that it's him. Multiracial McDaniel. The only guy who makes sure that he lets you know that I am not black.
I'm about to say, who denies that he's even.
He is the only guy who people offensively respect and say, hey, I'll have a conversation with that guy. And he is the guy who does his absolute best to let you know at every turn, I'm not black. I think that's a great place to end the show.
And he's super black. His daddy killed him.
Oh. All right.
Make sure I say that right. But I think it's right. What's his name? Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 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 Yeah.
James McDaniel. J Matt. Ain't no way, J Matt.
The first thing they said is the truth about Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
Look how they phrased that. They phrased that like he's. Come on, man. Come on, man.
But he's the only person who gets called. I mean, I don't know what to say. But with that being said, thank you guys for rocking with us again on another fantastic Monday Night Raw. We have covered basketball and we have covered football because that's it. The Super Bowl is on the way. We will pick on Saturday, maybe. We probably just gonna pick them and post it. Let's be real here. We're not gonna have Saturday morning live for one singular football game. I'm gonna enjoy my bed on a Saturday morning. Me and Reggie will post our picks. I know who I'm gonna pick. Do you know who you gonna pick?
They're definitely doing the paper bag test in 2026.
Wait. Do you know who you're picking for the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I gotta wait to see, make sure there's no wild injuries or nothing. But yeah, I do.
Okay,
there's no
on three, we're gonna say it. 1, 2, 3. Seattle Seahawks. Okay, then. All right, done. We are both picking Seattle minus somebody leg falling off. And if it ain't Jackson Smith and Patriots,
bro. We here now. Fuck them. Boston, one of the most racist cities in there. It's a lot of schism. Fuck them all. Fuck them.
But with that being said, me and Red, there will be no Saturday morning live. I'm gonna lay in my bed. I mean, Saturday, yeah.
Yes, we did. Sneaky in the mic check.
Yes. Please go back and listen to Mike Check. Great basketball conversation there. We cover a ton of stuff. Good conversation. When we come back next week, it will be Super Bowl and basketball trade deadline stuff. Hopefully this thing gets hot soon. We get some moves. I think that there are teams that should make moves or otherwise you're resigned to losing this season. OKC being more reasonable, I think that you guys should get back in the mix. With that being said, number one, more Black baseball. Also, baseball fans, y'all prepare your hearts and minds for a lockout. It's scary out there. Number 2, shout out to Kev. Big money in the back. What up, though? Number 3, the Historically Black College University, the one that you went to, your auntie went to, your cousin went to, the person who used to laugh at Kiki in the back of church. Send some money over there. Please support HBCUs and please stop locking up coaches. Number 2, the Historically Black College University in your neighborhood, the one you go to for homecoming, step shows, to eat up all the chicken, drink up all the liquor. Y'all be line dancing and doing all of that. Send some money over there if you're going to be over there all the time. That's the least you could do. And then finally, the greatest learning institution in all the world, the one that gave me a degree, gave Reggie a degree, gave Kevin a degree. We asked for $18.68 on behalf of the year that the university was founded. Or the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Give more. Give what you can. Outside of that, adios, mi amigos. God is love. Adios, arrivederci. Y'all be safe. When we come back, the trade deadline will have passed.
Real quick, Justin Fields was invited to the Pro Bowl and he just turned it down.
I 1,000% agree. I don't belong here. What y'all want me here for? So I could be a joke. I'm trying to get a job.